Hey guys, what if you can let DeepSeek R1, OpenAI O3, Google Gemini 2.0 Flash, and Claude 3.5 Sonnet collaborate with each other to automate the entire process of generating an ebook for your business, all the way from doing research to generating the whole ebook content and providing all the promotional posts you need across the channels you choose. In the end, you will have a multi-agent workflow like this on mypower.io to reuse across different ebook ideas you have. You can use this tool either as an internal productivity tool for your team, as a lead magnet tool to embed on your website, or even as an AI app that you can monetize for your audience. In this video, I will show you the exact step-by-step process to create this tool on mypower.io and share with you how you can further customize this tool to fit your exact needs. First, let's run this end-to-end ebook generator workflow together to see how it works. Let's start a new run and provide all the initial input requested by this workflow to kickstart the process. Now, for ebook idea, I'm wanting to create an ebook that provides an overview of major language models for non-technical business owners looking to pick the right language model for their business processes. This is aligned with my target audience for my business, mypower.io. For content requirements, since I want the ebook to act as a lead magnet for mypower.io, I needed to introduce MyPow as a platform for building AI agents powered by any of the state-to-the-art AI model, and even connect them all together in a multi-agent workflow to bring the best of all worlds. So I'm gonna put it as content requirements in this case. For references, I'm gonna put mypower.io, our landing page here. And actually, I can upload up to 10 links in this case, but for now, I can just give the landing page. I think it's sufficient. For brand voice, I can add any guidelines I have about the preferred brand voice for the ebook content, but I can skip this for now. Let's continue. And this workflow would start with DeepSeek R1 thinking and suggesting the research queries I should use in order to have a full picture about this topic and write the best ebook possible. And these are the 5 research queries it suggests. One is comparative analysis across these different models. 2 is the API integration requirements and cost considerations, case studies if needed, some training data requirements, and any in industry-specific LLM performance benchmarks that can help the decision process. Then I have the research loop to loop through each of the queries, as you can see here, and use the tool Tavily web search to conduct the online research and report back to me about its findings. So this is its findings for the first query. And here, pretty good. It follows my exact requirements to find everything possible, as well as the relevant sources I can check to. This is the next query, and it's also reporting back its findings. Before moving on to the next one, some case studies of businesses successfully combining multiple AI models into workflows. And this is some real case study getting from some sources on the internet. Wow, these are some big companies. And wow, it actually found out about mypower.io on the internet. So happy because MyPower is becoming a mainstream tool for multi-agent workflows. You can click here and actually you can read the original content. So this is one blog post we did previously that show different use cases for of AI multi-agent workflows for business. this is the next query, training data requirements comparison, and this is its report. Very, very comprehensive. And my favorite thing about this is that the agent also report back the actual arguments, the query in this case, and the raw results returning by the tool, so that I can always check back when I need. So it's like a form of due diligence for the AI agent. And then this is the final query, industry-specific LLM benchmarks. Very good. And now all of these search results are passed on to the next agent, O3 Mini, to suggest the ebook outline for me, from intro, every chapter needed, and then also the conclusion. Also, it has a dedicated section to mention mypad.io as I requested. And then the next step, ebook content generator will loop through each of the sections in the outline generated by O3 to generate the content for each section for me. And all of these sections will come together to form the complete content of my final ebook. And this is introduction, and this is each chapter. And you can see that it takes there's a little bit delay between each items. It's because while the agent is finding the AI is finding items to process, it's also include the relevant information or requirements for each of these items too, so that when I have my ebook content creator agent executing each of these sections, it can always quickly refer to what is the original references or requirements for each section to write properly. So after the planning process, I have the ebook author powered by Gemini 2.0 Flash to write every single section from introduction here, very good, to chapter 1, understanding language models. So, it's so quick. To chapter 2, overview of major language models that provide a deep dive into the major language models right now from OpenAI, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Gemini 2.0 Flash, DeepSeek R1, and comparative analysis of these models for business applications. And it's so quick, I cannot keep up, even though my job is just reading this out loud. So integration and cost considerations, and then it continue on with all of these chapters. And as you can see, I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash in this case because the content writing process for the ebook actually deals with a lot of data from my search results, my references, and my instructions. So I felt that Gemini models are the one with the largest context window, and so it's better suited for tasks that involve handling a lot of information. So that's why I'm assigning it to this task, but feel free to change the model to other models that you prefer, like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, or even OpenAI O3, or even DeepSeek R1 if you want. So this is totally preferences only. Okay, it just finishes all of the 10 sections of the ebook. Gemini 2.0 is so fast. I like that part about it a lot. And in this next step, my audio generator agent is generating the speech with OpenAI text-to-speech tool. And so it's extracting the content from the previous step and pass on to OpenAI text-to-speech to generate the audio narration for me. And you can go here to listen to the audio narration here. And because this is just for demo purposes, I told the AI agent to just pick the first 5 sentences of the ebook content. Otherwise, it will take quite a long time to generate the full version because this is a long ebook. So if you click here
Welcome
and
to an overview of major language models right now for non-technical business owners.
yeah, the audio quality is quite good, but you can see that it's just 50 seconds because it's just generating the content for the first part of the ebook. But when you actually run and build this workflow, you can instruct it to get the whole content instead of the first few sentences. I'm writing this because this is for demo and I don't want to waste too much of your time waiting for this workflow to finish. Now, the next step is all 3 mini brainstorming ebook titles for me. There are 10 titles it suggests here. Let me look through them and select my favorite title here. Okay. I think this one pretty good. The Smart Business Owner's Guide to Language Models, OpenAI, Cloud, Gemini, and more. So I'm gonna put this as my final selected ebook title. The next step, promotion step, can use this final ebook title in its results. And then this workflow requires my selection of the promotion channels that I need. So there are some options that I can choose from here. Later on, when you build this workflow, you can totally add more channels to this. I can choose LinkedIn, Twitter, and email. These are the channels of my pal. Click continue, and we will move on to the final step, generating promotion posts. In this case, my pal is planning the task to do. You know why? This is because I'm using the orchestrator worker node for this step because I don't know beforehand which channels the user would choose to promote the ebook on. They can choose all 7 channels. They can choose just 1, just 2, or just 3 in my case. So I use this node so that this node will intelligently and flexibly planning the task based on the selection of the user. And it will also assign the right agent to execute each of these tasks. The LinkedIn post creation task would be assigned to LinkedIn post writer agent powered by Claude 3.5 Sonnet, as you can see here. And this agent has been trained and fine-tuned by me to understand my preferred brand voice already. So it will write content that fit my expectations. The creating LinkedIn post task is correctly assigned to Twitter post writer. Marketing email is assigned to marketing email agent, which is also correct. And for tasks that involve writing a small piece of content like this, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is still my go-to choice because I like its ability to mimic a certain brand voice. Now, as you can see, within just minutes, we already got a full ebook ready for me to share with my team or my audience. I have this workflow to do everything, doing research, generating the content, and even generating promotion posts. This is so good. So how can we recreate this? How can you build an AI multi-agent workflow like this for yourself that understand your requirements, that are tailored to your business context, and that you can use for yourself? Before jumping into building an AI workflow on MyPal, let us have some clarity about what kind of system we want to build first. There are thousands of ways to generate an ebook, and each business may have your own context or requirements. But this is the generic and most standardized process I can think of when it comes to generating the ebook. Feel free to customize this process to fit your business. But for now, let me walk you through how I think the ebook generator should work. For ebook generator, of course, we should start with a human input step to request the ebook topic, content requirements, references, and preferred brand voice from the user. Now, depending on your requirements and expectations of this system, you can actually change this. For example, instead of starting with the human providing an ebook topic, you can add another brainstorming step by AI before this. So the AI would help the user brainstorm like 10 different ebook ideas for the human to choose from instead of thinking of one idea on their own. So this is up to you to decide. Now, after we have the ebook topic from the human, I can have a step to generate the research queries about this. And I'm gonna use DeepSeek R1 for this. Actually, I don't have any specific preference about the model for this kind of step, but because DeepSeek R1 and O3 are pretty good at reasoning, so I can choose either of them in this case. Now, then after we have 5 research queries, or 10 if you want, ready, I will have a loop to loop through each of these queries and have my online researcher agent to do the research. Now, in this case, make sure you need to you assign a tool for this AI agent to do research on the internet, because by default the AI agent won't have access to the internet. You need to give it a search engine tool. In this case, I'm using Tavily, but there are many different choices you have on the internet right now. Now, please note that this node is not a single agent node, it's actually a loop. This is because as you can see in the previous step here, we have 5 different queries. So I want the online researcher to focus on one query at a time. So I'm having a loop so that it can loop through each queries and just do the research for one query alone. So I think it's more effective for online research. Now, after this, I will pass the research results and all the human input fields to O3 to suggest the ebook outline. I often want to use multiple models in this case because I want to have multiple perspectives for the one task, and because I can do so. On my part, you can assign any model to any agent. Now, after the ebook outline is ready, I will give it to my Google Gemini 2.0 Flash agent to generate the ebook content. Now, please note that this is also a loop too. I actually need to add this. This is a loop, because in the ebook outline, this will have multiple sections, and I want my agent to focus on one section at a time. Of course, it still needs to stick to the outline to understand the big picture of things, but because sometimes each section can be quite long, I wanted to separate the sections like that so I can get I can generate a longer piece of content, because if you try to squeeze every single thing into one response, sometimes the model will not generate as comprehensive content as you would like to. So that's why I'm using it in a loop to focus on one section at a time. Now, after the content is ready, I can pass it to the next agent to generate the audio ebook. And in this case, I'm using OpenAI text-to-speech as a tool for this agent. And there are also other text-to-speech choices you can choose from, like 11 Labs or Cartesia. So it's up to you to decide which tool you would like to give to this agent to generate the audio. And then for the agent, for the next step, I have a brainstorming agent to suggest ebook titles. And then I can select the final title to move forward with, as well as promotion channels. And then all of this information will be passed on to my last step, powered by Claude 3.5 Sonnet, to generate every single promotion post that I need for each channel that I select. Now, For this node, I'm using orchestrator worker node. As I shared previously, this is because my intention is to share this AI workflow with others, so other people, other businesses can use this AI workflow. And because each business is different, their choice of the promotion channels is different as well. And I don't know what they would choose, what channels they would choose beforehand. So that's why I use the orchestrator worker node to flexibly and intelligently plan a to-do list based on the selection in the last step here. So what it will do is that it will read the selection of the user, then it will plan a to-do list of only the tasks that it needs to do and assign the right agent from this list of 6 different agents here to the corresponding task. You can obviously add more channels than this. You may add Facebook, Instagram, and more. This is for demo purposes, so I just added the most common channels right here. Now, if you are using the tool for your business only and you don't want to share this tool with others, what you can do is actually you don't need the step to select the promotion channels too, because your business likely would just have a predefined set of channels that you want to write content for every time. So you can skip the selected promotion channel step and to avoid you from repeating this information again and again. But for this case, I'm wanting to share this workflow with other businesses, so that's why I still incorporate this selection here. So now that we understand the big picture of this process, what we can do is we can go back to MyPal here, go to the workflows section, and start a new workflow. Now, my favorite thing about MyPal.io, again, is that to start a new workflow, I don't have to set up things manually at all. All I need to do is specify the job to be done for this workflow, and MyPal will set up the initial workflow for me. I actually just use AI to help me describe this process in text, and I can copy the description by AI here and put it back into MyPal here. I can click generate with AI. Now, MyPal will understand my process and set up the initial flow for my workflow. So it starts with a human input, request input from human for the following fields here. Then it have a single agent to generate research queries, research loop, ebook outline, ebook content writing loop, convert to audio ebook, and generate ebook title suggestions. And then it asks human to select the final title and promotion channels for this, as well as the last step, promotional post writing. Actually, I think I would need to change this a little bit, because although this workflow fits with my expectation, in the fourth step here, it's actually not using a loop node. It's actually this icon signify that it's using the evaluator optimizer node, which is another like advanced node on MyPal that allow you to have an executor agent to execute a task and another agent to evaluate the output, and this step will keep iterate on the ebook content until it meets all of the requirements here. Now you can do this if you think your content can be your whole ebook content can be handled by one agent in one response. But I think for our case this time, we like each section of the ebook is quite long, so I would rather prefer having one agent loop through each section of the ebook and write each section instead of writing everything at once and pass it to the evaluator agent to evaluate the output. It's good, but I think it's not fitting with me in this case. So I'm gonna regenerate and customize the prompt for workflow generation a little bit so it understands what I know. So write the ebook content, write the content for every section in the ebook. Let me generate with AI again, and it repeats the process. Initial input, yes, with all the input fields I need. Research queries, yes. Research loop, yes. So this icon signifies that it's using a research loop. By the way, if you are new to MyPal, I recommend you to go to MyPal channel and learn more about the different advanced nodes on MyPal. Don't worry, they are quite straightforward, but they have we have 6 different, actually multiple different nodes you can leverage. So it's best that you understand the nature of each node. Okay, this time the ebook content writing loop is correctly a loop, so it's good. Now, the next step you should do is to assign the right agent to execute each of these steps. Now, we have, for the research queries, I already have a search query generator agent here, so I'm gonna assign it here. So I assign an agent like this because I already have an agent available in my workspace that can do this task. But if you don't have any agent yet, don't worry, you can just leave this field blank and MyPal will automatically create a new agent for you to further customize later on. But because I already have all of these agents in place, so instead of creating new agents again, I will just find an existing agent from my library, Online Researcher for Research Loop, ebook outliner, I think, yeah, this one for ebook outline, ebook content writing loop for, I have an ebook author, I think, yeah, I will put it here. Audio ebook, we have audio generator, generate ebook title suggestions for ebook, ebook title brainstorming agent, and promotion post writing. Okay, so this is the interesting part. Now in the promotion post writing, we actually need there are 2 types of agents here. One is orchestrator agent that will orchestrate this step. This step is pretty like straightforward, so I'm just gonna using my general agent here. But if you have a very like specific step that requires specific knowledge or understanding, I recommend you building a dedicated agent for this step. So for example, if you are writing some specific content like writing a research paper, chances are the general agent wouldn't know all the new nuances or requirements of writing a research paper, and you should train an AI agent for the purpose of planning for the research paper. Okay, but in this case, orchestrating the process of creating promotional content is something that is quite straightforward, I think. So I'm just gonna assigning it to my general agent, and the worker agents here would be available for the orchestrator node, for the orchestrator agent to assign to the task. So I'm gonna assign them all the channels here. So LinkedIn post writer, Twitter post writer, marketing email agent, website copywriting agent, blog post. Yeah, I still have this blog post writer here, or agent blog post writer. Okay, yeah, this one. And then after my I think the initial setup of the workflow is quite good, so let's create this workflow. And now the workflow is created successfully. This is how the workflow would look like in the end. It's pretty good. Now let me walk you through each of this to understand how they work. So in the initial input here, there are 4 fields that the workflow will request from human, including ebook topic in the type of text, content requirements. Actually, I think this should be optional. References. Actually, I think this should be links or documents instead of text. So I'm gonna put it as a link here. And for max link count, I can put it to 10 so that my user can upload as many materials as they wish. Now for brand voice, I think it should be optional. Okay, so the human input step is quite good. Now in the generate research queries, my search query generator will generate search queries based on all of this information. So in the purple highlight here, meaning that these variables are coming from a previous step. You can on my PAL, you can press this to mention the input content, or press this to mention the step of other AI nodes. In this case, the previous node, there are not any AI nodes in the previous node, so you can see any options. But you will see this being mentioned in other steps. Now, one thing to note is that the search query generator here is powered by DeepSeek R1, as you can see, because this is the model I selected for this agent in the language model settings. Now, in the next step, research loop, I configure it so that it will loop for each research query in the research queries generated from this step here. And as you can see, this green highlight means the generate research queries step is mentioned here. So this node would know what research queries are generated from this step. And you can do this by pressing this and select the AI node that you want to mention in this case. And actually, we actually don't need this part. Like this part is quite repeatable, so I'm going to just remove that. So for each research query in the output of this step, my online research agent will do this task, find relevant research based on the research queries. And here, my online researcher, if you take a closer look, it's actually has access to a tool called Tavily Web Search API. So the Tavily Web Search API is a tool given to the AI agent on my PAL. And this is the section where you can provide additional capabilities to your AI agent beyond just generating text. And on my PAL, you have a wide range of model tool options you can choose from, or even connect to a custom tool that you want here. I have a lot of tools in my account, as you can see. But for the purpose of this online researcher agent, the Tavily Web Search is good enough. And one thing to know is that you can actually assign multiple tools to one agent, but of course, it needs to be dependent on the task at hand. Don't try to squeeze a lot of tools if the tools are not relevant for the task at hand, okay? It would be just counterproductive. So in this case, Tavily is good enough. So the research loop is okay. Now, in the next step, generate output ebook outline. My ebook outline creator here, powered by O3 Mini, will generate the structure outline for the ebook. And then ebook content writing loop will loop through each outline section here. I can remove this part because it's repeating information, but like it's optional. You can leave it there. And then my ebook author will write the content for each section. Now, Okay, now for the ebook author here, it's powered by Gemini 2.0 Flash. Let me turn this to auto. Auto max output tokens mean the agent will flexibly decide how long the output should be instead of a predefined max output tokens value. Actually, one recommendation I have for you is for content writing agents like this, you should go to the output settings and assign a brand voice to this agent. So a brand voice is an ability on MyPal for you to provide some sample content that you have written, so that the AI can learn from and mimic that brand voice the next time it do something for you. So on my account, I actually have a wide variety of brand voice choices. As you can see here, I have my LinkedIn brand voice, my own personal brand voice, Sylvia style, MyPal's brand page, a brand voice, or customer case study style. So you can create all the styles you need and assign it to the brand voice section here. So it would make the content of the agent more like aligned with your brand voice. After this writing loop, I have my audio generator to convert the completed ebook content into an audio format. And if you take a closer look into it, the tools it has access to here is generate speech to text, from with OpenAI text to speech here. So that's the right tool. Now, ebook title suggestions is done by my ebook title brainstorming agent here. And I know that some of you have very specific instructions or guidelines or techniques or frameworks for AI to suggest titles for ebooks or for videos or for courses. So if you have any of those instructions, you should put them all inside the system prompt of the agent or the output format, so that the agent can refer to these instructions when generating the titles for you. I'm not an expert in this case. I don't have any guidelines specifically for this, so I just put it a generic setup like this. I think it's pretty good enough for me. Then in the next step, this is another human input step that requires for final title and promotional channels. Now the final title, the type that MyPal suggests is select in this case, but I think let's just use text. So we can just like copy a title suggested from this step and put it here. And for promotion channels, this is a multi-select, correct? Because people can choose more than one channel here. And then in the options, we have social media is quite generic. So I'm gonna break it down to LinkedIn and Twitter, email, blog posts, and this is not webinar. This is web page. Is there any other thing that I'm missing? Okay, oh yeah, TikTok too. So like if people uses TikTok, they can generate the script for a viral TikTok video to promote the ebook. So it's up to them to choose. Now now the setup of the workflow is ready. Now you can start a new run and like run this workflow inside your workspace. If you want to like treat it as an internal productivity tool inside your workspace, you can also invite your team members, so your team members can use this tool as well. Now, if you want to instead turn this workflow into a lead magnet or share it with other people. What you can do is you can go to form and publish this workflow as a form. Now you will get get a public link to share this workflow with others, or an iframe to embed on your website. And you will have also many settings options for you to customize the sharing of your workflow. So that's how you can create an end-to-end ebook generator workflow on MyPal. I hope it helps you to better understand how to build not just ebook generator, but also course generator and any other thing that you wish when you have a better understanding of the power of multi-agent workflows on mypal.io. I will leave the link for you to try the end-to-end ebook generator workflow in my video description. So you can just go ahead and do a test run there. This workflow is also available as a template on mypal.io app, so you can go to the template section of the workflow page to duplicate this workflow for free. For now, thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you in my next videos where I will build other powerful and impressive AI workflows just like this. Goodbye.